Good evening, everyone. We want to welcome you all to another episode of the Black Market Podcast presented by Hack the Markets. And I am your host, AC, also known as the Market Oracle. So let's go ahead and start off like we always do with some earnings reports. So we got a pretty nice slate of earnings reports this week. As we discussed on the last show, we are in earnings season now. So, with that being the case, there are a lot of earnings reports that are out here now. So, the market is definitely going to be digesting a lot of this stuff, and it's going to be trying to basically predict what's going to happen in the near future and as well as long term. Um, Definitely going to be looking at what companies are saying about inflation, things of that nature. So all of that is fair game this week. So let's take a look really quickly and see who all we have slated. So we have Microsoft. So this is for tomorrow, 25th, Tuesday. So we have Microsoft, really big earnings report. We also have Google reporting also. Both of those are very, very large companies, over $1 trillion valuations. So very, very large companies. Um, we also have Visa. So Visas will be reporting. PepsiCo. We have PepsiCo that will be reporting. Who else do we have? We have McDonald's, UPS. Who else? We have Texas Instruments. So Verizon, yeah, we got a lot of people that's going to be reporting on tomorrow. So this is going to be a pretty hectic day tomorrow. So we could definitely see some stocks moving and markets moving in tandem with these stocks going up and down. Let's see, we got Raytheon. So that is defense. So big defense company. So a lot of companies are a lot of these are kind of mixed up. I'm not going to say that it's just one particular type because we have Microsoft and Google, their tech, but we have PepsiCo, which is going to be consumer staple, I believe. McDonald's going to be consumer staple. We got UPS, that's going to be industrials or something like that. I know it's going to be transports for sure. So yeah, we got a lot of different types of companies that's going to be reporting. So let's see. Let's move it on to Wednesday. We got Meta. So that used to be Facebook, of course. So we got Meta. We got Thermo Fisher Scientific. So that's a pretty big company. We have Boeing. Boeing will be reporting on Wednesday. And if you were part of the group, we did have a trade going on with Boeing. We actually made our money on that stock, so we were gonna play it with the earnings, but we made our money so fast off of it, we kind of closed out and just you know, didn't even have to worry about the risk of earnings because earnings is definitely a risk. Um, Not necessarily something that I would recommend playing, especially not every single earnings. I mean, you're definitely not gonna win on all of those, and it gets messy. So definitely not a good game plan, I'll say. Let's see what else we have here. American Tower Core. Okay. Service Now. We got let's see, Canadian Pacific. So that is railroads. We also have Waste Management. We have Boston Scientific, Humana, O'Reilly, Automotive Parts. We got Norfolk Southern. A lot of people, a lot of big companies coming in on Wednesday as well. Very diverse mix on this is also. Let's see what else we have. We got Thursday. So we got big heavyweight Amazon. They're going to be reporting on Thursday. So big earnings report on that part. We have Eli Lilly. So Eli Lilly will be reporting on Thursday. We also have Merck. We have Mastercard, AstraZeneca, We got AbbVie, so that's a lot of pharmacies. A lot of pharmacies are going to be reporting on Thursday. Let's see what else we have. Honeywell. We have Intel. Intel has not been getting a lot of publicity ever since AMD overtook them. And so they have not been the leading chip producer for quite some time now, a couple years now. AMD definitely took that role, and they have been putting some putting some space between themselves and Intel. So it's remarkable to see, but quite interesting to see also, because that is a big move. Because a lot of people know about Intel, and that is what a lot of people knew about. That was in their computers for a very long time. So now to tell them that Intel is not in your computer, and I'm not gonna say obsolete, because they're still making good things. Um, Processors are still strong. Processors are still good. Nothing on that end, but AMD is just a little bit better right now, and I mean that just comes with competition. So it just means that Intel has to step their game up a little bit so that they also can do what they need to do. Let's see, to try at least to get back and to that same market share that they had before. Their market share has definitely decreased over the past few years now. Let's see. We have Caterpillar. So Caterpillar is another that's pretty good. Pretty big company rather. Let's see. And Friday is always kind of muted. But we do have gas coming in. So we have Exxon and we have Chevron coming in. So that's going to start leading off the big oil, because we have some positions on one um, gas company in particular. I won't share it right now because we do have our members building into that position right now. So I'm not going to share it right now, but we do have earnings coming up for that pretty soon. And this right here could be a catalyst to go ahead and give all oil stocks a pretty good move to the upside. So Exxon and Chevron will definitely be something to watch on Friday. We also have Charter, we have Sony, and we have Colgate Palmolive. We got That's pretty much about it, we'll say, for Friday. Uh, that's a pretty well-rounded Friday. I mean, week though. To be honest, you don't really see that too much. But that is a very good week. So, going over to the economic reports and Fed speakers and things of that nature, we do have the FHFA home price index coming out on tomorrow. New home sales and the consumer confidence. All of that is coming out on tomorrow. So those are some reports that are not going to necessarily move the market in big ways or anything like that, but they have the potential to move the market, and so that is something that we do want to pay attention to. Also, just to be able to get a little gauge on the consumer confidence and how people are feeling, how the consumer is feeling about the market and the economy right now. We also have durable goods orders coming in, advanced retail inventories and wholesale inventories. We got GDP coming in on Thursday. Those others were coming in on Wednesday. The advanced retail inventories and wholesale inventories and durable good orders. Thursday is GDP, so that's a pretty big one. We do want to see GDP grow. Of course, probably not going to see it grow because we're in a negative um, cycle. So, with that being said, it's not going to be anything major if we see this number print lower. It's almost expected, but in a good market, you would want to see GDP going higher. What else do we have? Um, okay, so we have, of course, continuing job loss claims, and initial jobless claims. And then on Friday, we get PCE and we get core PCE. So that's going to be pretty market moving with the core PCE coming in. So consumer sentiment final, as well as the personal spending and personal income. So all of that is pretty big reports. Um, so definitely Friday is going to be action packed. This whole week is going to be action packed, to be honest. So that is definitely something to look forward to as a trader. One thing that I saw is we are definitely seeing a rise in spinoffs. And a spinoff is basically a company that gets spent off in a sense. It's almost like a sitcom. If you've ever watched your favorite sitcom and then they made more of that sitcom under a new name and new premise and all of that, new plot. That's basically a spinoff. So they do that with companies as well. And Johnson & Johnson is going to be the newest person, or the newest company rather, to have a spinoff or to create one. Now, this isn't anything new. And it seems that because IPOs are drying up, and IPOs are pretty much initial public offerings. So whenever a company comes to the market, the IPO is going to be the very first time that any investor would be able to put money into that company. So that is what the IPO is, the initial public offering. So we get that, and Johnson & Johnson is, like I said, creating this spinoff, which is going to be an IPO. Now, IPOs for brand new companies are pretty much drying up. It's not a lot of new companies coming to the market right now. Economy isn't good enough for that to even happen. With that being said, we also have um, mergers and acquisitions. Those aren't going on right now. A lot of money isn't being spent in this economy. So the way that we're getting around this, in a sense, and it's not necessarily getting around it, but creating, in a sense, I won't say false hopes, but these IPOs aren't real. They're real, but they aren't brand new companies. They're spinoffs. So this is kind of how the investment banks are going to be writing business now, is by bringing these spinoffs to market as IPOs. And like I said, this isn't anything brand new. There are a lot of spinoffs that have gone on. It's actually, like, I believe 20, almost 20. I think it was 19. Yeah, it was 19 that occurred in back in 2022. But they have 26 slated for 2023. So like I said, it's nothing brand new. But pretty much what they're doing is they're trying to get away and move their company away from um, parts of their business that aren't very profitable. We'll say it that way. And if they can move away from that particular part, what happens is, of course, the company looks more profitable, especially in their financial reports and things of that nature. So their stock price will increase. So definitely just a move financially for certain companies, so that they can get a little bit more favorable price stock movement on their big, their big actual the main parent. Let me say it that way, the main parent, because the spinoff is going to be a child of the parent company. So we'll say it that way. It's a lot of them though, because General Electric has done it. I think they did it with their healthcare segment. So it's a lot of different companies that have done these spinoffs, and I believe Kellogg's may have even done it. I think they have, or they're about to do it. That's the thing. They're about to do it. I'm sorry. They haven't done it just yet, but they're about to do it. And what they're going to do is they're going to spin off their North American cereal from their plant based business. So that right there is going to be the spinoff. They're going to have two separate companies now, but the parent is still going to be Kellogg's. So that's an example. And that's also something that we can look forward to, because that's looking like quarter 4 of this year. That's when we're going to see this. Um, the other is going to be Johnson & Johnson. They're going to do the consumer health division. They're going to come in as Kenview. So that's going to spin off. We also have Baxter International. They have renal care and acute therapies. That right there is going to spin off. And then 3M has a healthcare business, and that's going to be a spinoff. So we have a few, and all of these are going to be in quarter four 2023. So definitely something to look forward to because these are going to be new IPOs coming to the market, which are going to be still under their parent company. But if you feel like, in an instance, Kellogg's cereal is going to be the North American cereal division is going to be a little bit better than the company, you can only invest in the cereal now. So it's pretty much how it's working. Um, so definitely something to look forward to. Like I say, um, with that being said, if you do want to learn a little bit more about how I hack the market, you want to learn a little bit more about the stock market, you want to learn um, anything, you want to learn more about these spinoffs, you want to learn IPOs, you want to learn anything about how we're um, finding these stocks to trade. If you want to learn our methods, our viewpoints, if you want to ask us questions, all of that stuff is fair game if you just head over to hackthemarketstrading.com and you sign up for a premium account. That way you got access to all of that. If you want to find out what I was talking about before, where we were going to make some money off of this play leading up to earnings, definitely head over to hackthemarketstrading.com and get yourself a premium account. That premium account gets you access to all of that plus more. We also want to encourage you guys to like the Facebook page, follow us on Twitter, follow us on Instagram, and subscribe to us on YouTube. Like a couple of our videos, definitely, and definitely share this page with people who you feel may find this useful. And until next time is going to be on Tuesday. So we are not going to be on Monday anymore. It's going to be Tuesday. So we will be on air the Tuesday, May 2nd. So the same time, but it's going to be Tuesday, not Monday. So just letting you guys know this is the second time. Tuesday, May 2nd. See you guys then.